And yeah, that's how game art is simply explained, I think. Where do I study game art and how? I study game art at St. Lucas in Eindhoven at the Stripe S. It's recently moved there from Gestel.
Zeg maar in het Engels, Gestel.
Gestel. My actual name of the study is not game art, but it's more of a specialization of media design. So it's gonna be on my diploma game of media designer, but I'm actually only studying game art. We have teachers who actually really specialize or work in the game world, and they are 3D artists, 2D artists, animation artists, and sometimes we have concept artists who help us. And we work with Maya 3ds Max and ZBrush for 3D lessons. Both Maya and 3ds Max are, you start with a cube and you build a house or something. And ZBrush is more like a ball of clay which you shape into a face sometimes. It's really easy to get it soft curves and faces and depth. While in 3ds Max and Maya it's more like really steady and really straight with not really a lot of curve in them. And for 2D lessons we use Photoshop a lot, actually only Photoshop. But a lot of us students prefer to also use Paint Tool Sai, which has a really nice brush, I can say. It's really nice to use it for line art, while Photoshop is really nice for showing what's the darker or the lighter side of your drawing. To make it a little bit more personal, I included some of my own 2D work that I recently made for school. We had a opdracht?
Assignment
for making a few silhouettes, and then I choose this one to make designs with, and then I made the designs into a real illustration. And these were for games, for a game that we made, it was Bloodwell, and it was a vampire game, and I had to make the menu and the inventory screen. And on the most right was a character design that we later had to design a ZBrush and make it all fancy.
Can I ask a question?
Later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my 3D work and my animations, I had to make like a guest list holder for a restaurant, but that project didn't really go through, and it was the only thing I could make. Then this is the drawing from the last page that I made in ZBrush. It was the first time I used ZBrush, and I think it came out kind of decent. Then we had an animation with 3ds Max or Maya. You had to choose yourself, and we had to make like a room or a room with, it could be anything. It could be your living room or your bedroom or your attic or something. And then we had to let a mouse go through it and let all the fancy stuff see and such.
But the character design, is it a drawing or is it a 3D model?
It's a 3D model.
Oh,
cool. Concept arts, we had only one lesson for concept arts, and we had two actually. One was photo bashing. It was Photoshop with multiple photos you put together and make that a new world for yourself or for a game. It's really popular in the game industry right now because it's really easy and really fast. And we had to color this girl by ourselves, which actually was really difficult because the drawing itself was really clear for what you had to do as a first lesson. I had a few games, but they're on my own laptop, not on this. Maybe I can show them to someone who's really interested, but yeah, I can't access them now. And that was the end.
Woohoo! Nice, nice.
Any questions? Jana?
Okay, another question. So we have here students from Fontes, Sint Lucas, Koning Willem 1 of 2? 1. We have from Sint Lucas, Summa College. So we have coders, designers, analytic people. Would it be possible to make our own little game within half a year?
Yeah.
Game maker.
Yeah, it's actually
Mad game.
really not that hard.
Okay. Challenge accepted, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was my
Make
question.
one in 2 days.
Wow.
At a game jam.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty.
We have a scenarist. She can write the scenario. Some crazy. And we have coders, right? Mike and Gijs. And you can do the animations, right?
Yeah, on my own.
Okay. Good luck.
Thanks.
Other questions, maybe?
Yeah, I got a question. So what's like your favorite thing to do?
I like 2D the most. It's really simple and it's actually more. It has more access to my creativity, I think.
Okay.
3ds Max and Maya are actually, yeah, you have that cube and you have to learn what to do with that cube. And drawing is learning. Every time you draw, you learn more. And to make that 3D thing, you have to learn first.
Yeah. Yeah, I know because I also work with
Yeah.
3ds Max and it's awful. But
It's awful.
yeah. Okay. Cool. But so do you like to like model characters only, or do you also like do like Foley work? You know what that is, Foley?
Probably not.
It's like a building in a game that doesn't have a function, but it's still there.
Oh yeah.
It's like for the environment.
Yeah, we have sometimes a point of assignments like that, but I'm not really interested in it. It's too basic. I think it's
Okay.
too much of an assignment than my creativity.
And then I've got a question. I mean, when you like inspire yourself, when you look for inspiration and creativity, how do you develop that? Do you develop that through emotions, or do you?
I actually was really inspired to do this whole. Opleiding now?
Study.
My study because I loved games actually from a very young age, and I was really inspired by Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, and that actually got me going for a really long time now.
So if I can go a little bit deeper in this question,
Yeah.
so do you then draw on your emotions and you look at a wall, for example, and you go, okay, right, like what does a wall mean to me as a person? A wall means something I can climb over and look around. Does it mean curiosity? And do you
I didn't really
draw on those emotions to then create something new?
No, I didn't really think that deeply about everything I create. Actually, it's more of a.
Intuition of feelings.
No, really not. Not really. It's more like what is my need to draw at this moment. Actually, it's like, do I want to create a character? Yes or no? Yes. But would I like to draw now, a female or male? And instantly you came up with thoughts about how do I want him to look. It's not really what my emotion says or where my inspiration came from.
It's like experimenting, really.
Yeah, but I'm mostly studying about anatomy and such, so I'm not really creating at the moment.
No.
Because I do want to create something nice and something people will find nice, not only me. So I really want to know some basics about it so I can actually make something that makes sense.
Well, I can understand about, the whole thing of being creative is that you got a gift and you got like serious good skills. And I think that if you are really technical, you don't need to go as deep as someone who lacks the skills of creating like a good character. Because I think that if you're like, alright, I just want this chick to have a hoodie, you just draw it.
Yeah.
And I don't have that. I have to think about it,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's cool.
But that's also lovely to work together with other people, right? The people have different insights and backgrounds, and you can narrate the story, right? Actually, you're a storyteller, right? You're telling a story with your game. So I'm really curious what kind of game you're gonna make for MATLAB, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, people. Will be continued.